Hello. Hello. Hello, Kitchenettes, Kitchen Littles, and Kitchen Nuggets. Welcome to Bare Bones Kitchen. I am your culinary coach, Harmony. Cheers. Tonight I am drinking Malibu. I bet some of you are not surprised about that. With some lemonade and a little bit of grenadine. So that is what I'm drinking tonight. So, if you have bear essentials or bear knowledge, allow me to inspire you to create something delicious for your family or yourself. I don't judge. I'm okay with that. Either way. Anywho, let's get on with the show. I apologize for being a few minutes late. My lovely daughter had to call and talk to me, and I am always more than willing to make some time for her because she's beautiful and I love her. And her birthday was yesterday, so yeah. All right, let's get this road on the show. Okay, so I have my bow tie pasta. We're gonna do a taco pasta tonight, okay? And you can totally make adjustments to this. This is just how I'm rolling. If you feel like you need to add or take away or whatever, you do you, boo-boo. The only thing I can say is that I thought I had sour cream, but since I'm always on a time crunch now for our Mondays and Wednesdays, I did not have time to go to the store. So I would totally add sour cream to the top of this. I think tonight I'm just going to add a little bit of ranch because, you know, sometimes you just got to use what you got. So I have my pan at a medium high. I did try to thaw out my hamburger meat a little bit, my turkey burger. If you're using hamburger, that's totally okay. But we're going to have to speedy quick this one. All right, so I've got my cumin. And again, it's going to depend on your tastes, guys. I like a lot of cumin, so I'm gonna load it up a little bit. And Zane actually likes cumin too. We're gonna rock out with some chili powder. It's gonna give it a little heat, so I'm not gonna put too much in there, but again, if it works for you. And of course my trifecta, so my Weber's roasted garlic and herb. My very favorite. My very, very favorite. And honestly, you guys, I've tried different ones. I've even tried different of the Weber, and this one is my go-to. It's my number one. My number one. My pepper. So my turkey burger is still a little bit frozen. So we're gonna make it work. And then my salt. And you know what? If you don't have any of this stuff and you just want to throw a packet of your taco spice in there, that works too. That works too. Like, again, not judging. You got to use what you got sometimes. Need to fill up my water bottle. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of water in here. I'm going to get it going a little bit. We're going to steam it a little. Why? Because it's still frozen. Still frozen, you guys. A little bit. So that's a good trick that I like to use. Get my middle child's favorite spatula that I've had for like 500 bazillion years. It's still it just sticks around with me. I can't help it. I even told Tyler when he moved out that he could have it. But guess what? It's still in my house. If he sees this, he's probably going to be like, no way, that's mine. You just flip it over and we're going to just try to scrape off the stuff that is already cooked. If you've never done this before, I guess you're just privileged. Or your mom was good at, your person that cooked for you, maybe not necessarily your mom, was good at knowing what they were going to make for dinner. I literally thought of this on my way home from work. and thought I could totally do that in a short period of time. Yeah, totally could. Do a little bit more water. Now realize that if you're using turkey burger, it's not going to have as much fat in it. So you can totally add just a little bit of oil to it if that's your jam. You don't have to though. If you're, I mean, you could just leave it as it is. You'll be great. Hello, Miss Gail. Hella Money, huh? Hella Money. Is that my new name? Hella Money? Love it. I wish I had hella money. So we're making a taco pasta tonight. And I'm running a little behind because I was on the phone with Jasmine. Oh, look at you, Nick, from Locust Cider, huh? That's awesome. Thanks for joining me. I had so much fun with you last weekend. That was a good time. A good time. Oh, voice to text. It'll get you every time. It'll get you every time. Thank you for using voice to text, though, and not actually texting. It was funny because I was on the phone with Jasmine, and she uses her Bluetooth when she's driving home, and man, I'll tell you what, I was giggling, but you can tell she's my kid. That's for sure. You can tell. And for those of you that really know me, know exactly what I'm talking about. Getting ready to paint some sunflowers. Fun. Is that a special fun event, Nick? Like, did you sign up to do that? Or is it like a work event? Or just friends hanging out? Alright, so far I have my ground turkey. And I have put in my trifecta, my garlic and herb from Weber's, my salt, my pepper. I also add a little bit of cumin and some chili powder. Again, if you just have taco spice and that's how you want to rock with this, do it to it. I just like to make my ground meat into small chunks. If I was cooking this not half frozen, I would have mashed it in the pan in the first place. Sometimes it's weird for me to just bite into like a big old chunk of turkey. I don't know, it's weird. Like ground turkey. It's just odd for me. That's all. I'm just nitpicky like that. Alright, we're going to let it steam for a few more minutes. Hello, Eric. Just you painting? Ugh. Come on, Eric. Don't be a shit baby. I'm just kidding. You know I love you. And how are you guys? How is everybody? Miss Gail, Miss Nicole, how are you guys doing? Mr. Eric, you guys all having a fun night at least? Hopefully, Gail, you didn't have too busy of a day. I know sometimes your days can get crazy. We do have Suck It Up Saturday this weekend, you guys. I almost saved this drink because I'm drinking Malibu with lemonade and a splash of grenadine. And so when you pour it, the grenadine is going to sink to the bottom. And it kind of looks cool, like when it floats up a little bit. It's pretty nifty. But then you mix it all up and it turns pink. Oh, on the way home from Walmart. No thanks. Hellmart. There's a reason why I call it Hellmart, yo. Always a nightmare in that place. And I was going to talk about something, but now I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. You guys, side note, completely unrelated, love Anthony Bourdain. He is like my #1 favorite chef guy. I wish he was still around. Rest in peace, Anthony Bourdain, because you were an amazing man. He's just such a wise old dude, you know? Just a wise old dude. And I love it. All right, I think we are good to go with this. Let the steam kind of fall out a little bit. Let some of that liquid kind of, whatever. It doesn't really matter. There's not that much liquid in there. All right, so this is where you get to pick your own toppings, okay? So I am a huge fan of black beans. So I'm adding black beans. I'm also adding a can of fire roasted diced garlic tomatoes. If you wanted to rock some corn in here, you totally could do that. Totally could do that. Hello, son. You want to come say hello to everybody? He says, nope. Sure don't. I haven't seen Tyler in forever. I was just talking about you. And ironically enough, y'all, and he shows up. You see what happens there? Uh-huh. Yep. I guess he's come to confiscate this bad boy. Coming to confiscate the green spatula. All right. And you know what I didn't do? Okay, we're leaving this at a medium high. I did not grab my heavy whipping cream. We're going to add a little bit of this because it's going to make it creamy. And then, unless you're going to use sour cream, you can totally just like add your noodles right now and then use your sour cream if you don't want it to be creamy. That's okay. My friend Dot is not into the creamy stuff. She's like, hey, can you maybe do something with no cream in it? She's weird about cream. I'm just going to add some because I like it. I think it's delicious. And then we're just going to reduce it down. And then we're going to top some cheese on it and call it a day. Call it a day. So as the cream reduces down, you guys, it's going to get a lot thicker. And then you will be good to go and be able to serve. And of course, you want to taste it. Make sure that your spices are good. Sometimes you have to add a little bit more once you start adding other stuff in there because it all soaks up. And kind of like spaghetti, this is probably going to be better the next day. You just want to make sure you add a little bit of cream to it in order to get your right texture, your right consistency to it. So anytime you're making a cream type based dish, that's what you're going to want to do. If you're like reheating it to have it for lunch the next day, you want to add a little bit more cream to it to kind of loosen everything up. And then as it warms up, it would need to strain the grease if you're using burger. Yeah, probably. If that's, yeah, you probably want to strain the grease if you're using ground beef. I used ground turkey because, you know, got beef with beef. But yeah, anytime you're reheating a cream-based pasta, you just want to add a little bit more cream to it. And then, of course, you could throw some green onions in here, red onions in here. That would be beautiful. Some yellow corn would be beautiful, but I don't mess with that. I don't mess with corn in my food. The only mixture with corn for me is mashed potatoes. Other than that, no. I don't like corn chowder. I don't like corn in my soups. Like, nope, not doing it. But if that's your jam, you do it. You do whatever you need to do. And that is it, you guys. Once this reduces down, I will plate it up and post a picture of it. Don't forget Suck It Up Saturdays this weekend. I have been researching some delicious recipes, but I haven't settled on one yet. You know, someone that tried to make spaghetti without straining the grease from a beef. Yeah. Makes it kind of wonky, doesn't it? Yeah, makes it a little bit wonky. But I haven't used ground beef in a long time either, so we are getting there with this. All right, I'm going to let this do its thing. I will try to post up all of the videos that are not on YouTube yet this weekend. I'm not going to tell you tomorrow because we all know I'm lying if I do. And Suck It Up Saturday. So make sure you're sharing on all your socials because I love it. It makes my heart and soul happy. Oh, of course you're going to come for Suck It Up Saturday, Miss Gail. I love it. All right, y'all. Have a lovely evening. Y'all keep showing up, so do I. Thank you, and I will post a picture as soon as it's done. Keep sharing, keep showing the love. Have a lovely evening.